Word.
We are live.
We official. We official now.
Officially
I
live.
was having a feeling we were official on other sites and not all of them, and I think that's what happened. So we're gonna do it again. Some people might have got it behind the scenes because I think we went live on 3 sites and they didn't. So I'm gonna do it like this. Let's check it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's do it like this.
That seems to be getting shorter and shorter every time.
It does, man. We behind the scenes, y'all. We always use that as our little break time, right? We're behind getting ready, and then it's like we're like, yo, we can get a drink or whatever. But we got to make that intro 2 minutes.
I think so. I got to work on that ASAP because I didn't get one share. I get 2 FaceTime messages on Messenger, and I'm like, hey,
man,
get the show going. What's up, dude?
Man,
you know, but hey, welcome, right?
Welcome to our lovely abodes.
Great show. To the left of me is who?
Pro.
And
to the right of me, of course. I mean, we wouldn't have it any other way. And you know, it's funny. We always say to the left of me and to the right of me, but you know, it's like to the right of me when I'm looking. It's like, you know, it's one of those weird time space that I, as a math guy, still have not figured out properly. And you know, my space continuum's all because I always want to point.
Reality, that's the wait, man.
Yeah,
it worked.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, you froze up there. You in the Matrix for a second. But hey, man, hello to everybody. Thank you for checking out the ProQuo Show. And we use the word show loosely. It's more like a lifestyle. It's the ProQuo lifestyle. You see the lifestyle from behind closed doors. Literally, my door's right here. Hold on, and it wasn't closed quite all the way. And by the way, you might hear a little noise tonight. I got the fan going. It's just too hot. I just had to do something about it. I'm always sweating up here whenever we do the show. And
I'm right with you. I don't have my fan on, but I might do that in the intermission. Put the AC on, maybe. I don't know. We shall see.
Yeah, man. So what's new in the world of Quo, man? What's floating your boat this week? I haven't seen you in well, I have seen you, but I haven't seen you here in a week.
Yeah, in a week. Well, we can start with the fact that we didn't have rain all week.
Wow.
But we still had a lot of rain.
That's the first.
It was nice out today, but it rained.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, wow, I've never we from what I understand, some record-setting things. You know, 15 inches of rain or something like that already.
Wow, we barely get any rain. I mean, we had a little rain here and there, but it's been a pretty nice summer. Pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yep.
We didn't follow your trend like that. It was that where, hey, in 2 days, Jay, you're gonna have this. Nope, not this.
Yeah, no, I know. I usually able to tell you
like that.
what I'm usually able to tell you what's gonna be. The bottom line is that we have an album out. It's called Instant Brotherhood. It is a summertime album because it was made last summer into this summer, came out this summer, and it has some good vibes on it, and y'all should check it out before we get too carried away. Pro and Quo are MCs in the ProQuo duo, you know as ProQuo. This is the ProQuo Show flow. I am Pro, that is Quo. And we just wanted to say that because sometimes we forget to tell y'all. We get so used to it. Some people are like, oh, you guys rap. You know, it's like, whoa, you didn't see the first editions. You know what I'm saying? Well, all we did was play songs every time. You know what I mean? Exactly. But now we got an album out. We're concentrating on letting people know. So our weeks have been hectic with what happens when you guys are I say you guys like everybody's an artist, but when artists out there going through the grind, putting out an album, or even if you're doing a single, there's a lot of work to do, a lot of people to catch up with. Things slip through the cracks. So what I was thinking about, I didn't tell you this earlier, Quell. I was trying to think while we're here, what things for you, I mean, it might be frontal lobe that you're just boom, I got it. What things for you have slipped through the cracks since the album's come out? Like, what things have you not attended to that maybe you otherwise should have? You don't have to answer it right now, but if you got some, go for it. But if not, I'll give you a chance to think about that. Hey, what up, Bill?
So many things. So many things. What up, Bill?
You got one? You got one?
I mean, I'd have to think about it because
I
try to tackle everything. But yeah,
you're doing a better job than me.
My is definitely been clusters of just constant activity and feel like your
Wi-Fi's cutting out on you a second here. Let me say that one more time just so we can get that.
Yeah, so I think that we've been pretty good as far as being on point, but we have missed some things. I missed like one or two family things, which is abnormal for me. I did kind of miss some spending time with my baby Remy a couple days in that time, and those are the most critical things for me.
Got a song about it. You got a song about it.
Exactly for it. But
you in that Matrix, J. Cruz.
Really?
Yeah, you've been in the Matrix. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing about the Matrix. You don't know when you're in the Matrix like that.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you just hit it again. Yeah, I mean, I might be hitting it too. Let me know.
I'm gonna. Why don't you talk for a minute while I clean up a couple things here to see if.
All right, cool. Well, I can. You know what I mean? I can start talking about that same thing on the same end right here. So, one thing that I've had to let go that I usually don't let go is like just general cleanliness. Like in terms of, I'm a pretty organized guy. Not so if you could see like what's going on the desk and behind me. Like it's not a pretty picture right now. And I feel I carry the stress when things are disorganized, right? So I start to get stressful, and just like the stress starts kicking in, I'm like, oh man, I'm thinking about. And 3 times this week I've thought about, you know what, I'm going to clean up and get this thing when I get my first free like half hour to an hour. Haven't had that half hour to an hour. In fact, I've been
the hardest part is the pre-work that was kind of taking us over to say, okay, what do we got to get done, task, and now it was like all the backed up stuff with the meetings, especially the organizing time to do these things. Like tomorrow I got that, I got a wonderful
tell me about that
tomorrow. I got Don Vick. I'm going to Brockton, Mass, doing a live stream with him, and it's those kind of things that are important to make sure we continue to network. Also, our man Bill Fee out of the New Hampshire area, right?
Yes, sir.
He's forming a lot of stuff where we're going to be going out quite often over the next couple months to go to events, and Quo's going to start showing up, meeting the people, and might be blessing the mic here and there, unannounced.
Absolutely, that's how to do it. Let's hope
Pro knows how that works.
Yeah, I do. Let's hope Quo shows up and not COVID. All right, because like that's the thing right now. We're getting nervous about this all over again. The variant strains out there.
Shots. We get our shots. That's the only saving grace. But
yeah, I mean,
those variants.
It is. Yeah, and unfortunately, it seems like I think we just declared a whole new rule here in Virginia that all indoor establishments are now requiring masks again. So yeah, it's going to be crazy, and it's weird. Depending on what side of the spectrum you fall on those things, and everyone falls on a different one. We're happy to take your comments on it, whatever, however you fall on that. But one thing I would say is that even if you're vaccinated, what you still get penalized from people who aren't. You know what I mean? And so if people want to be living however they live in, you got to realize that it really does affect all of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's
perfect example is at the post office. They just lifted it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, word. Okay.
But the announcement was like, we're not going to be checking to see if you got vaccinated, but if you were not vaccinated, you still need to be wearing a mask.
Yeah. Okay.
If you end up getting sick or someone gets sick and, we find out that you're not vaccinated, there's going to be some repercussions.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But it's like, it's just been going on for so long that, we've kind of fallen into a habit. And now that habit has kind of shifted where, I'm not used to putting the mask on already.
Yeah.
But I feel exactly, it's there's a good possibility it's going to pop off, especially during the cold and flu season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is right around the corner.
Yep.
And kids going back to school,
Yes, sir.
We'll see how that goes. Hopefully I prefer it to be remote another year.
Okay. Tell us why is it how's that benefit you?
Well, because
or it's just
preference for my daughters. I mean, Remy,
okay.
Yeah, she's gonna daycare is daycare. That you can't do anything about that. But
yep.
For Raya, being able to be remote and having that option is something that I would be all for. Yeah. My wife, on the other hand, is like, I want her engaged because she needs it, to be engaged, and I get it. But at the same time, for just the safety of her and bringing that back home, I'd rather just say, if we can avoid that situation, with you having to go in, let's do it.
Yeah.
But it's like flip the coin, because it's another year of social distancing like that. It plays an impact on the child, at a young age. So
yeah, absolutely. I want to tell people on my page that I see your video streaming on most of the pages. I don't see it streaming on mine, and I know a lot of people watch through mine. So I'm gonna, in these few seconds, I'm gonna write the message. Oh, actually, it just came up.
I see. Oh, no. Yeah, Treat is on your page commenting.
How do you know it's through my page though?
Because it says Pro Lyrical is live, and the comments are coming on your page. Alex Maldonado.
See that? I'm not sure, because I just shared it again and that wasn't showing up. But you know what? I think you're right, because it's now saying like it says Pro Lyrical. Okay, cool. But there was for whatever reason a delay on my end. So cool. We're hitting the maximum amount of people.
You see who made it up in here? Mr. EA.
No, because I was actually bouncing to check and making sure all the logistics were good. What up, Mr. EA?
Yeah, EA in the building. Oh, you know what? While they're here, I got a special thing that I got to do.
What do you got to do?
And it comes from First Class Mail.
Uh-oh. Can only imagine what this is.
It says J. Cruz right there.
All right. Covering that address.
Wellness. Yeah, just covering the address.
You don't want the fans going crazy.
Pop that. Yeah, we can't. You got my phone number all day, but I ain't giving you my address, bro.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Ooh, I got something.
Oh, I know what that is now. Now I know what we're seeing.
Look at this beautiful packaging too.
Yeah, son.
My people DM me so I can tell you how to get this, okay? Wait till you see this.
My head is glistening. What you got?
Boom.
BTG commit. I see that. Now most people won't know what that is if they just tuning in, unless they saw when we had Tam on. Tell people what that is right there.
Be the change you want to see.
I think a good man once said that. I think a wise man once said that. You know who he was, right?
Who was that?
That was the Dalai Lama said that, man. Buddha said that. Buddha said that, man. Buddha said, "Be the change you want to see." Dalai Lama quotes it, of course, all the time. But Buddha, man, yeah, it's a Buddha thing. I like it. Yeah, man.
So Bridging the Gap is it's a youth program. And this in particular, this shirt is Bridging the Gap commit.
Really, Gandhi, not
BTG
Buddha.
Commit.
I got to give it to Gandhi, not Buddha, not the Buddha, but it could have been one of his testaments. But anyways, I'm sorry. Say it again.
Yeah, so Bridging the Gap, BTG Commit, Stop the Violence. Really, the high level of it is a bunch of great people led by Tamara Wills, who was on our show 3 weekends ago or 3 Fridays ago, I want to say. Yeah. And, it's really focused on youth and young adult and tying in education from STEM, also different aspects of like EA mental health, bill distribution, and doing events monthly in different areas that are supporting business, young entrepreneurs and their businesses, and kind of touring and tying in music. It's just a real huge community. And over the next few years, guys, pay attention, because first of all, Quo riding with it, Pro riding with it, and
Absolutely.
it's going to be amazing because there's a lot of purpose behind what's going on with BTG.
Purposeful intent.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking. I
Intent.
think you know what? I'm rocking that show on the Don Vic interview tomorrow. That's gonna be live. I'll rock
shirt.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna rock that so I can talk about
All
it.
right. I mean, we're known for rocking them ProQuo shows to the wheels fall off shirts, but that's good, man. We gotta switch it up time to time. I've been trying not to go too hard with the shirt here because we got all the logoage, right? So I need to like make sure that people see. I know.
I was like, should I?
No, you always should. You can never go wrong with that. Never go wrong. Yeah. But as I was saying, man, Pro, earlier before this tour, you're making me think of a few things. So we were for those of you alternative, we all technically sound now. We're trying to make sure that we weren't forgetting things, right? And we were talking about what happens when you have an album out, and it's like having a baby. We always say it's like having 15 of them if you got 15 songs on the tracks, right? So we're talking about all the things that we let go during the regular week, right? Of now that you have an album out. Fly's in the back too. We're gonna get him up pretty soon too, and he can definitely chime in on this as well. But I can tell you things I've had happen that have never happened to me in my ever. Like one thing that's happened is I missed 2 student conferences in the same class. I set a time with a student and I didn't show up for it. Wow. And the only excuse that I have is literally all the stuff we've been doing. You know what I mean? And the student was like, "Oh, what happened?" Now I have one excuse. Here's one excuse. It's not a good one, but the way that which they contact me virtually in the COVID time, right? Because it's virtual, is we use a thing called WebEx, and I have a link in my email that goes directly to me. It's like if you click it, I'm there, kind of thing. And normally my fallback plan is I never have to worry about it because I got my phone on me. The thing always pops up, like it pings me, and it's like, oh, you got someone in the queue waiting for me, right? But that didn't happen today. I was in an underground garage. And so that didn't, I never got, so, but I didn't think of it when I left. So it was kind of my bad. But I'm always like, oh, what's good, whatever, they got questions or whatever. They got a final coming up. So I had to reschedule that. And something similar to that happened a couple of weeks ago. It was like the only, rationale. And it was because the things I was doing was directly connected to, the album and everything like that. So
what I was doing right around the time that I started the whole movement was setting alarms. I had 16 alarms.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
My phone would go off, and I'd be like, "All right, time to do this."
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I have my calendar set, but the alarms are huge because you can't, your thing's going off. Because you can obviously get lost in an hour or two and realize that, man, I should have been here for an hour, but it's 3.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, I can't. Honestly, in all honesty, I'm pretty good with when I commit to something.
You're rock solid on it, right? Yeah, that's how I'm used to be. Like if I say I'm doing it, I'm doing it. And it's
yeah.
But I mean, the other one that I was talking about too, I didn't miss it. I was just late. You know what I mean? And so it was a student was sitting in there for like 15 minutes, and I was like, oh yeah. And so I've been having, because I'm on summer for me, the stuff that goes through my UDC, right, which is where I principally teach. I'm used to that. I'm on that calendar all day. I'm on the email all day. But because it's summer, I'm not in the email all day. And so I'm used to just looking, clicking, checking my Outlook. But now I'm on sort of the other Outlook, so it's just getting accustomed to where everything is. We were talking about it before. A lot of people have their ritual of going through their social media or whatever it is. We go to very few places, right? We go on the internet, we check our favorite spots, and then our social media places that we go to, you try to do as, streamline as you can. But it's like, you think about this, right? This is StreamYard. We're broadcasting live on StreamYard for those of y'all wondering, right? Shout out to Hip Hop Citizen, our man Don Juan the Mac, who's runs this beautiful enterprise. And by the way, they have a great program. You should check them out. They're on all the time, hiphopcitizen.com. But we broadcast right now to Facebook, all of our Facebook pages, right? We got, of course, a ProQuo page where this is broadcasting to Hip Hop Citizen. Both our individual pages, the YouTube page we created for ProQuo. We both have our individual YouTube pages, right?
Is it on Twitch too?
It is when we send it there, but we can only send it to 8 different streams, right? So it goes to Don Juan's YouTube, Hip Hop Citizen, the Hip Hop Citizen, his page, your page, my page, the group page, the LinkedIn page. You know what I'm saying? It goes to his website. There's so many places, right? Not to mention, we run a website, right? Professor Lyrical website. We got like I said, individual Facebook pages, group Facebook pages, Instagram, same thing. We got like 4 different Instagram pages going. SoundCloud.
We're gonna need a secretary real soon, people.
No, oh man, I've had at least probably 6 different interns over the course of my career, 3 different managers, and they never do as good of a job as you do by yourself, because you're never in a position where you can actually pay them what they're worth. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. It's like if they were paid what they're worth, they'd be making $80,000 a year. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But paying someone $15 an hour, you're going to get $15 an hour kind of help. $10 an hour is what most people would do, but I try to not get down like that. Like if we're going to hire someone, I try to hire them for at least something. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But interns, I mean, that's big. Interns, especially if they're not paid and they're just for classes or whatever, still, how are you going to expect them to knock it out the park? So it's always tricky, and Tam actually was talking about something similar today when she was on Bridging the Gap. Speaking of other social media, Clubhouse, it's another place that sucks up a lot of time. She was talking about, people approaching her to be an artist manager, and it's like for 10 to 20% of somebody's take, kind of, it's really not worth it for a lot of people that aren't quite to the level they should be, because they're not going to generate you any revenue that compensates you for your time. So it's really tricky. But
I will go back to saying too, that slip up, there was actually one epic fail that I had. I told Tarika like 3 weeks ago that we were having a thing. I'm like, man, we got to take pressure off Tam. I'm gonna try to do something. So I'm like, Tarika, I want to do something. Let me do something. And she's like, just do this simple calendar thing. It should take 10-15 minutes. And I'm like, definitely. 2 days pass. A week. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, bro. And it is cool because now I'm starting to, again, free up time, but and also a pause real quick to all my people trying to get me on my messenger. I love all of you. And I did put a post saying I'm going to get back to each and every one of you. And that might have been a lie. So I will try my best, people, but tune in with us, me here. I'll try to keep doing my Facebook Live so I can do it, but it is extremely difficult to speak with all of y'all. And but I do appreciate the support, as Pro and it does as well. But realistically speaking, I think I put a little bit too much on my plate, and I don't like doing that. I like eating everything I put on my plate.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one thing that in life that I apply, that I was taught young.
Eat everything you put on the plate.
Well, yeah, when you grow up like that, and it's like, you can't be wasting. You better.
I never did. I'm the same way. That's how I grew up, and that's exactly how I do. And I'm the only one in my house that's true to that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all like, if you don't eat it, throw it out. I'm like, it's on the plate.
I know, my girl. I hate my pet dude. I don't even want to say it. I love you, Sean, but she's a chef, right? You know what I'm saying? And I try. I need it. It's part of my. Half is my fault, right? 100%. Half of it is my fault. But Shan, man, I'm like, baby, why don't we just throw away $50 of meat?
Yeah.
Because it's got some frostbite. I was like, I'll eat it. She's like, no, not doing it. I hate wasting it. And it's like every 2 months, we were just throwing away so much food, and I couldn't stand it. But the positive side to it is we've been much better. So. Right. But it's a thing. It's just like it hurts my soul, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not a very wasteful person either. But that's on that. But man, I got more. There's so many more I could throw in there. But we want to let people know too. Who we got coming in tonight? We got we are obviously said we got flies in the background. So flies gonna be up in a few minutes. We got I'll say pop. Little bit of everything. Singer. She's a singer and a pianist. Her name is Ramilya. She'll be joining us shortly. She is. We have international singer and pianist there, so we'll have her talk to you about that. Where she's from, but she's here in the States right now, so it's great to be able to have her on. We're gonna hear one of her tracks as well and hear what she's up to. So stay tuned for that.
And you know how much I love that word, international.
Yeah, that is your word.
Yeah. And you know why? My dad, he put that in my head early.
Why?
He told me if you want, just always remember to be successful, the most successful you can be, you build your business outside of the United States.
I see.
But at the same time, Jim Rohn also said, and actually Pastor Vera was on yesterday in Bridging the Gap, and she said the same thing too, which is focus on your radius, your immediate radius, put the the temperature on high there.
Yeah.
But always
If you
think
could do
work
right,
locally, think globally.
Well, it kind of reminds me of that. You know what I'm saying? Kind of reminds me of that.
So, Dad, you should be real happy about your son. Look what he did.
So let's go around the globe right here, right? So we got top, middle, you and I. Okay, we got ProQuo. All right. Next, we got we'll trade off, right? We got we'll see if I can do it.
Yeah, you do it. You do it. Let's see.
Oh man, no, I don't think
yeah.
I can do it. All right, no. I know we got D Right Way right there. We got our man D Right Way.
That is Chicago.
He produced Stereotypes and he raps on the track. So if you're looking to check out D Right Way, that's him right there. Let me do all the easy ones first. We got my man M. Dot right over here.
Oh, but you can't. No, don't do that, man. You're gonna lose people's order. You got to go.
I'm moving my cursor, thinking you guys are looking like I'm teaching class. No. All right, so clockwise, we got
And again, so I got the hat on, so he's moving.
You go after every other one. There's no way I'm gonna get them all. So we go every other one. See what you got.
So we got Josh Minor.
I knew it was Minor. Yep. So we got Josh Minor.
He's out of Florida. And,
I believe. Now, I want to first say that all of these pictures are very flattering. So most of these are flattering, right? So I believe that's Mech. Is that Mech next?
That is Mech. Yes.
Yeah, that's Mech, and that really is the one that looks least like one of the people there. Like to me, like Mech looks like who does Mech look like? He looked in that picture.
Oh man, he's coming out the mafia, man.
There's an actor, yeah, and Mech does not look like. You know what I'm saying? So he kept him in vibe with how everybody else. Like, all right, so we got Mech.
Mech is from Germany.
Yeah. All right, your turn. Who's next?
Larcy Vegas out of Amsterdam.
Larcy Vegas. All right, cool. Next, I guess we got Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis 7. He is originally from Chicago, lives in the DMV.
He's upside down, so I'm turning my head while I look. Genesis 7. Yeah. All right. Next, your turn.
We'll do these next two together. So that's Roland Sitman and Young Co.
Yep.
That are part of the ProQuo group, and they are from the Netherlands.
Absolutely. All right.
Now we're on the cigar.
So 1, 2. Yes, we are in the cigar. We are in the cigar. All right, cool. So coming in with the cigar. All right, I got one of two people I'm gonna go with, and I'm gonna go that is that Drix? No,
Nico.
That's not Drix. That's Nico LP2. Yeah, that's LP2. Yeah,
out of France.
I've never seen him with a cigar in his mouth, so it kind of threw me for a loop.
I'll go the next two as well because that's a little more challenging. So the next two is Jordy Simmons and Mitchell Drix, again, ProQuo out of the Netherlands.
Yeah, and then last but not least, we got the other Jay in the house. Well, he's not in the house with us right now, but we'll have him up here soon too. That's legendary. Represent Freedom Corner, and those are the producers on the track, man. That's a talented.
M-Dot's the very last.
Oh yeah, and M-Dot. Yeah, we mentioned M-Dot, but I threw him out of order. Yeah. So that's it.
That's the producers, all the producers that made up the Instant Brotherhood first project.
With the international flow. Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of international, let's try to get Ramilya up in here and see what she's up to. And we're gonna knock on our door and see if we can open the door. Now, I know Quo. I know you're feeling good. I see you getting the knuckles ready to knock on that door, man. And so
I'm going.
I think it's gonna work. I'm checking to make sure a few things here. Everything's in line. We have. Is the door open? Yeah, the door might be open. All right.
I'm gonna do a 3, 2, 1 countdown.
We're gonna try.
3, 2, 1.
Wow, something happened.
that was there. She is.
What up? That is Ramilya up in the building. What's going on? This is my echo. Yo. That makes it real official. That's like, what's going on, Ramilya? How are you?
I'm great. I'm so excited to be here with you today.
Now, you are, for all of our listeners, you are definitely here in the United States. You are not back in Russia, right? All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm here, yes.
Absolutely.
Well, to be here.
I guess I just gave it away. I mean, I just gave it away.
Did.
I mean, I didn't give it all away. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say, I was gonna have Jay Cruz play guess the accent. That would have been a bad go round, right? That would be good, right? See, Jay, we're gonna play guess what part of the world Ramilya is from.
You got one shot.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ramilya, what we usually
Yeah.
do when we have people up for our 5 minutes of flames, we usually play their song first and then have you in. But in this case, we wanted to have you in first and then play the song.
Okay.
Just well, you know why, but we'll tell people why later. But so we're gonna do it in reverse and basically ask you a little bit about yourself. So on that flyer that people may have seen, I don't know if everybody got a good look at it there, but we'll post that up one more time. Over there in red, you see international singer and pianist. So
Yeah,
what?
that's me.
Which is it? Is it? I mean, that could be a slash thing. It could say singer slash pianist. Do you consider yourself a pianist slash singer or a singer
Uh,
slash pianist?
that's a cool one. Yeah, I think singer slash pianist.
Yeah. Okay.
When
Cool.
I
Cool. Cool.
was younger, I'm still
Mhm.
young.
Mhm.
So that I was a pianist, but right now I'm more singer than a pianist.
Excellent.
So singers slash pianist. I think that
We
will be better.
we do this all the time. We talk about, like I always talk about being a rapper slash professor, and it's definitely the MC comes before the professor part. But
Yeah.
that's a big topic of discussion to get our bearings straight. So give us a little bit of your background, like how you got into singing and how you got into playing the piano to become Ramilya Up.
Yeah. Okay. So I used to really love how piano sounds, and I really want to do that. And I became a pianist first. And then somebody told me that, I don't know how to sing and I'm very bad at this. And I thought, like, okay, then
Yeah.
let's be a
Wow.
singer. And I
Okay.
started singing, and I became making concerts, like performing, and I became good, well known in my republic.
Right.
And
That's Tarzan, is that?
yeah, it's Tatarstan. Yeah, I'm
That's how
from
you say it.
Tatarstan. Yes.
Yeah. And
It's not
Kazan City.
Yeah, Kazan City. Yes.
Yep.
So I'm well known there, and I'm very happy. I'm like, I just showed myself that I can do that, and I did that. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I mean, what we're excited about is that a lot of times when we have people on the show, it tends to be obviously a lot of hip hop because that's what we do. Not always, right? We have people on sometimes that are maybe R&B, and then we've had people on who are sometimes politicians. We've had teachers, educators, all that kind of stuff. But in your case, how would you actually describe right there, right, all the elements of hip hop? How would you describe the style of music that you primarily do?
Okay, so mostly it's pop jazz.
Okay, pop
but
jazz.
I
Okay.
really want to grow in R&B and hip hop style.
Yeah.
I want to try because my temper and my passion about that. So I really want to grow in this R&B and hip hop too. I want to try at least.
Well, what we got to know is
you know what? You're
Oh,
in the
I'll let
right
you say.
circle right now. You're in the
Yeah,
right
you're in the
circle
right
right
circle.
Yeah, I am. I know. Yes.
Absolutely.
The beat that we're gonna hear today, it's actually kind of with hip hop notes.
Yes, definitely.
So
It has that booming little 808 punch in there, and it has the low end. You can definitely hear in there. Yeah, it's definitely hip hop inspired. So the deal with the music is, so you play keyboard, but when you go and record songs at home, are you the one playing the instrumentals, or are you getting them from other people, or how's that work?
Yeah. So I have my sound producer, and when in the song we have a piano, so I play the piano part, but other instruments plays my band. Back home, I mean, not here. Yeah, I don't have a band yet here, so I play mostly the piano part.
Dope.
And my sound producer, mostly he makes like not live instruments, but sometimes my band plays too. So that's how it works.
So what's it like performing back home? Is hip hop big over there, first of all, or is it not, or what would you say?
Is it big? But we don't have a lot of like singers.
There's not a lot of rappers
or rappers. Yes, who do that. Mostly people listen someone from America, Of
So if
course.
ProQuo comes over, we can dominate the market.
Sure.
is what you're saying,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. That's
Yeah.
all we
That's what I
want to
like
know.
to
We want to know.
hear. Yeah.
ProQuo comes
Yeah.
over. It's
Yeah.
takeover of the whole city. All right, then we get that.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll go for the
That's
city. Then we'll go for now.
yeah.
What do you call it? Is it Republic? Is it city Republic?
Yeah.
And
It's
then
Republic. It's like
Republic.
kind of a state. It's a
Right.
state. It's like yeah. We can
Yeah,
call it
yeah, yeah.
state of Russia.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one, right?
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah, yeah. I've
So
heard of it. I
Ramilya,
never know how to say it.
do you write your lyrics or do you have help with that? How does that work?
Yeah, so I have a composers who
Mhm.
and yeah, and writers who write the lyrics for me and music.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I wrote some songs by my own, but mostly I have composers who do that because they are famous and that's easier to promote, to be promoted and
Yeah.
to perform with them. Yeah. And
So-
when I write my music, I always think that I took from someone else's song something and I feel bad about that. So that's hard
Mhm.
for me.
But hey, recycling is okay. And what? What's
Yeah.
great though is that if you because you have a foundation of writing your own music, eventually I guarantee you will most likely be writing your own stuff. As
Yeah.
long as you don't not put the effort forth. Because if you're learning from the
Yeah.
greats how it all works,
Yes.
that's a win. But that's awesome. That really just solidifies that you're
Yeah,
definitely a good performer, I'm
Yeah.
assuming. So I can't wait to hear your music.
Yeah.
Well, so
thank you.
before we do that, I want to clear this up now too. So you
Sure,
are
yeah.
here in the States, and are you
Yes.
looking to make a go of your music here in the United States?
Yes. I want to be a musician here, a singer here. So I'm an upcoming singer in United States. So
Right. Okay,
Yes.
cool. So we've always
See on
very
Clubhouse?
she is on Clubhouse. Yeah.
Oh, good.
She's
yeah.
I told her about Clubhouse actually.
Yes,
Good man.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Good
about
man.
4 weeks ago. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you gotta get a
told me
Clubhouse.
about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm stingy with my invites. You know what I mean? I'm like real stingy. I'm like, yeah, I gotta guard those invites, right? So I was gonna say this. So you play piano, you perform, you do a little bit of the writing, you're singing. How is that perceived in your home country? Because you said that like you're kind of a bigger deal there, right? So like when you walk down the street, are people like mobbing you, or is it people know your music, or how is that for you? Tell us about your hometown fame kind of deal.
Yes. So
Have you done like interviews and stuff like that? You've been on like TV?
sure.
and all that stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I'm on TV of our republic in all the media and all TV. So when I walk in the street, it's not like everyone like, oh yeah, I know her now.
Yeah.
Not like they like just look at you, like smile, and some of them like want to take a picture with you.
They're like, she's
And-
doing something. Right.
Yeah, she's doing something, and mostly that happen in some concerts, in some performances. So when I sing after that, when
Yeah,
you
right.
just walk in the city, people not like coming always like
Yeah.
hey,
It's a different
yeah.
culture too. So yeah. I'm
Yes,
sure.
But when you're in the center of the city, there's always someone who knew me or like that's happened. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a beautiful city from what I've seen in pictures and stuff like that. I mean, it looks
that's
great.
wonderful city. Everybody should visit Kazan City. Actually, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love my
absolutely.
city.
Yeah. Well, you should. So yeah, we're gonna get into your stuff, and we're gonna get our man Fly up here. Maybe you can stick around for a few minutes too. We're gonna have him come in. So Fly, we know you're listening back there. I want you to listen too. So this is a little different for people in the States because we don't always get to hear people with the hometown flair. You know what I mean? So you're doing it with authentic to how you perform. And we were talking about that off the record. Ramilya and I talking about how different each culture is, right? With where they are with their music and how it fits in. And the more you're here, you see what they do here. And you got to figure out, how much you want to blend, how much you don't. Because the cool thing for us as Americans, we always find the accents cool. We're like, yo, the accent, like Jay was just talking about, anything international, we think is cool, And we know a lot of times people internationally sometimes think the same thing about, especially hip hop and pop music in here. It's like, oh, it's American stuff. But we're like, yo, they got an accent. Let's check for it. You know what I mean? So
Do I have an accent?
just a little one.
Like strong.
a
I
little one.
think just a little, you know.
You got a little one. You know what I'm saying? You stand out in the crowd. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. Let's get that playing. And this is Ramilya Up. And what's the name of this track again?
Why did you do that?
Why did you do that? All right, we're gonna run
Why
that.
did you do that?
All right.
And as long as I can find it, I'm doing all the build up here, but I got to make sure that I can get this thing on because we got all kinds of stuff going on. All right, so here it is. Let's see. I think this is it. Let's see if this is the right one. No, that's the wrong one. I'm like, nope, that's not the right one. That is not the right one. All right, ProQuo, can I ask you one more question? I guess while I'm getting prepared here. I think I got it, but StreamYard
Yeah.
doesn't.
So, have you done any events in America?
I actually performed in a festival of Tadara people that moved here in the United States like a long time ago, and I singer for. So I 2 years ago in New York City, and I'm about to sing this year in Chicago. Like they're gonna be a festival. Nice. Yeah. Festival, so I'm excited about that too. I just got that news yesterday, so yeah, I'm about to go there, and I hope it's gonna be cool.
And you got your YouTube channel and all that stuff?
You know, while I was performing back home, like this, all the stuff, working on music, and I forgot about all the media. You know, I had just Instagram. Yeah. I just started because I'm in States now, and I know that I need this, like YouTube channel, Spotify, everything, like everything. So I just get started working on it. So that's my bad, actually. Yeah, but I start working.
Well, make sure we follow. And your IG handle, is it at Ramilya Up?
Yeah, it's Ramilya Up. Yes.
So people make sure you go support our girl.
Yeah.
At Ramilya Up.
Yeah.
Click that follow.
That would be cool.
All right, I think I'm able to do it now. I had to bootleg the system here. It was my fault.
Shout out Matt Colburn on LinkedIn. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. And Don Juan the Mac, he threw the lovey eyes having you on here, Ramilya. You got a lot of fans already coming up.
Oh, that's so exciting.
All right, so give us one more sec here. I gotta make sure the audio sounds right. We got Ramilya up. She is up, and I think it takes a long time for it to pop up on the screen. That's the only problem. I got to do the dramatic intro and wait for the thing to pop up. It's a little different because my you know who's the non-sponsor this week, Jay Cruz? The non-sponsor is going to be. It's definitely not Chrome. Chrome has been crashing on me, and so the deal is that
funny enough, that's what I'm using, and you're like, Jay, you're in the Matrix.
I love Chrome. Chrome isn't doing the Matrix to you. It's just the Chrome is definitely crashing on me. So I'm trying to overcome it. It was up for a second. Now it doesn't want to be up, but I think I have where there's a will, there's a way.
Always.
And I definitely have the will. There it is. All right, cool. So I hope this sound. Let's go with it. Jay, tell me if you got some sound. Yes?
No.
Is that a yes?
That's a no.
All right.
Uh-oh.
We almost there.
We're getting there.
It's totally
usually this doesn't happen. Yeah. Usually this is not a problem. We're pretty much.
It's totally a me, not you thing.
Internet.
It's fine.
Do that. Yeah.
I can sing live.
Do you have an album? Oh yeah, do a lot. You want to sing something live?
Yeah, don't interrupt that.
A little different, yeah.
Yeah.
But when it's, recorded, that's sure, like with all the beats, instruments. When it's a cappella, that's a little different. It's not for this style of song. If it's gonna be like some lyric pop music, soul song, that's okay to sing like live, I think. So,
yeah. Are you working on an album or other projects or anything?
We're working on the album, but it's not in English. But I want to start working, especially in English music with English lyrics here. So the album that I'm working right now with my sound producer back home, he's back home, but I'm here. So that's in Tatar and Russian, 2 languages. Yeah, but I hope I will make a soon album in English too. I really want to do that.
You will, because you're talking about it. When you put it into the atmosphere,
Yeah. Oh,
definitely.
actually, that's true. Yeah, I
Yep.
want to. And
We're
I
getting
want to.
close.
We're
Sorry,
getting
keep-
close.
keep-
That's
keep
cool.
talking.
That's cool. Yeah.
Keep
Okay.
Yeah, and if you
So-
and the good thing is that you definitely have my man Pro. I'll tell you what, he knows
Yeah.
a lot about
I will
everything.
happy
So
to do a feat with you with Pro and Quo. That's gonna be cool.
I'm
Absolutely.
excited for it. Okay, you kidding me?
Yeah.
He told me, he was like, "Yo, you see what we got coming on?" I said, "No way, yo." I love collaboration. Is one of my favorite things when it's with good people. You know, it's
Yeah.
like it's just, to me, we paint on a canvas together, and there's nothing like that as artists. You know,
Yeah.
being able to share that. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm definitely down to do the collaborations. And I've
Oh, that's
opened
so
Pro up.
cool.
You know, Pro used to be like, no, I don't want to do it. But we've kind of cracked that code. And he's happy to do it. But again, the benefit is that we've been fortunate enough to find a lot of high caliber talent, and more importantly, good people, because we don't like working with people that aren't good people. So you know,
Yeah.
we've
Yeah,
been very
that's-
fortunate in that sense.
Yeah,
you know.
that's very important. So how is
So
that? Pro?
yeah, how's
So-
that going, there, bro?
I'm doing a lot. I'm doing a lot to make it work. If I could only tell you what I'm doing. But yeah,
He's
I
gonna
think- I
have to.
think
He's
we
gonna
got-
have to put a wire in his mouth.
I
Yeah,
think we
yeah.
got 30
Turn
seconds.
it.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at 30. I think we're looking at 30 seconds.
Hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, I think so.
So what's been your most special moment since you've been here?
My special moment when I got here. I mean, I so want to come here, especially on this time when it's almost impossible to arrive to United States. I arrived, so when
Yeah.
I just arrived to Washington, Dallas, that was the best, special day for me. I was so happy about that.
One step closer to the dream.
Yes, because I can do music stuff here, and I really wanted
Mhm.
to. So that was special day, I think, the most
That's
special
excellent.
day. Yeah, it is
All right, we're gonna try it now.
cool.
All
Here
right.
we go.
Yeah,
Finally.
Let's
All
see.
right. Why did you do that remix? It's actually featuring Professor Lyrical of ProQuo. That's the thing that you guys can see there. So we're gonna run that and see what we can do. So here it is. I hope Ramilya up.
yeah.
We got it.
Why do you look so good in those jeans? Why you come around me with an ass like that? You're making
What?
all my soul obscene. This is not like me. Why you keep on texting me like that? Got other things on in my mind, oh yeah. Other responsibilities. This is not like me.
Why you gonna go and do it do like that? Why you gonna do it do like that? Why you gonna go and do it do like that? Why you gonna do it do like that? Why you gonna go and do it do like that? Why you gonna do it do like that? Why you gonna go and do it do like that? Why you gonna do it do like that? Come on. Why they always gonna try to put the dude on blast? Work suit at the job bag, shoes and match. You say it's me, but it just ain't fair. Bouncing all around the town and them things you wear, yeah. Beans and rice make your jeans look nice. Ain't your mom for me, mom, cause your jeans are nice. Be polite, nigga, feel what you got. Another man down with Ramilya up. Come on.
Why would you please stop being so fine? When I stare at you, I wish I were blind. Cause I begin to lose control. No, I can't let go. Cause ever since I met you, I've been praying on my knees that you would always stay around, that you would never leave. But I'm a kind of girl that always needs to be free. Why did you do that to me? Why did you do
Why you gonna go and do it do like that? Why you gonna do it do like that? Why you gonna go and do it do like that? Why Why you gonna do it do like that? Why you gonna go and do it do like that? Why you gonna do it do like that? Why you gonna go and do it do like that? Why you gonna do it do like that? Come on.
I can't stop talking about what you do to me. You keep keeping me from how I'm supposed to be. To me. Why did you do that, do that, do that, do that, do that to me? Why did you do that, do that, why do that to me? Why did you do that, do that, why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Man, oh man. And I'll tell you, hey, so we are definitely having Chrome issues because I thought it was me. I was like, let me try my phone. It was going in and out, and John H said the same thing on YouTube. But from what I heard, that was hot. That was
have to run it again.
The English is great. I mean, hey, I can't wait for you to put that all together. But I'm still excited to hear your Russian album, though.
Russian?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Analyze this, bro. Rocks with you. Need to be on the show ASAP. BTG. Cool. John H. Cool. Thanks for the feedback.
Yeah. You already know EA. Come on, EA.
Mac Cobra and great steam.
A lot about the music business today. I'm curious. You know what's funny? Just reading that initial, we are definitely going to be continuing that conversation, Bill. Talking about.
Oh yeah, Ramilya. So what we're talking about is we were on Clubhouse, which is where you need to be on as much as you can. Just building with these people, getting these rooms, spread that kind of music, because I guarantee you, with the international vibe that's on there, there's people from all over the world, and very rarely is there someone from Russia in one of the rooms. It's not very often that you actually see that. You see there's a big Asian population that's definitely on there. There's been a lot of folks from England I see on there, a lot of folks from Africa. I haven't seen too many folks from Russia. A few. I've seen a few.
That's cool. I'm going to be special.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I believe in that. I believe in that because, as we've been talking about, and you know how we are. When we dive into something, we dive in it. That's not to throw a transition in anything, but the app itself, Clubhouse, is remarkable. And I feel like anybody that right now is building good core following, they're going to be sitting on top of a lot of good things in the next year or two, because they just opened the portal up. Where I don't know about the invites. Is this still invite only? You said
now you don't have to. Yeah, but back when I invited her on, it was back when you only had the limited invites. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So they changed that recently. You can invite anyone, so you can get your whole squad to go on.
That's wonderful.
And
did you dive into the rabbit hole yet of the? You know how on your profile you have who invited you, and then you keep clicking that to see who the first person was to start it.
Yeah.
Did you go down that rabbit hole? Yeah, I found 2 people, and I was like, wow, because of this person, I got in and I followed them, and I found 1.5 million.
I didn't do all that, but that is crazy. I mean, that's the name of the game.
It was about 7. It was about 7 people to me, or no, like about 10. And I want to say I looked up Tommy. I was like, who? And Tommy was about 7. Cool
7 people
7
from
people to the beginning of. They must have did a pilot or whatever, or a beta.
Yeah.
Those beta people they were first, so they didn't have the invites on there.
Right.
So you'll know who that beta person was, because they don't have that.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Ramilya, before you go, we got to get our man Fly up here. If you don't know Fly's on our album. He's on a couple of our songs. He's basically like co-host of the show with us.
He's a co-host.
Same label as us. Yes, he's the co-host. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Forever Lives Yahweh. He's now in the building. What's going on, y'all?
Yo.
What it is, sir?
How you doing, brother?
What's going on, family? How y'all doing?
It looked like you just had a massive whiteboard that you just took off your lap there. I want to know what's on that whiteboard. Is that a whiteboard?
That's his note. That's his notebook, bro.
He's like, let me take notes. He's like, first thing I gotta do, wear Star Wars shirt. Check. Have long hair no, that's Ramilya's look. No,
that's her thing.
I'll tell you what, Fly's notebooks are crazy, man. You know that
was like he was coming down with the 2 tablets. He's like Moses coming down the hill. He was like, yeah. He's like, what was that fly? The people want to know. What's going on over there?
I was just taking notes, man. You know, the usual stuff, man.
Yeah.
I'm taking podcast notes, man. I got some
from us.
Yeah, man. I'm taking podcast notes, some stuff that God put on my heart to discuss. Some I've been working on for a minute.
Okay. So, all right. Well,
I'll be one of the first to know.
Please share when you know. You know, it's funny. I'm looking over here at all the different things we put on the show, right? And I just realized I have like all the pictures that we've ever like stuck up here. So I was looking at our very first flyer that we made for the show. Quo, we gotta show that. That was the that logo right there. Remember that thing? That was the thing. That was the first one for the
Hey,
the
the Lamborghini didn't look like the Lamborghini today. You know, it had an evolution process.
Absolutely. We got. Oh, I got Now that one's weird.
Actually, I gotta stop saying Lamborghini in front of you, bro. Right?
Yeah.
Is Ferrari better?
Maserati.
Maserati. Okay, I'll stop saying that. Actually, now it's against my nature.
Speaking of a lot of awards, my man.
Oh,
AB
my
Money.
man, AB Money tomorrow.
AB Money. What's up with AB
Make
Money?
sure you check out. He got a record dropping with the none other than Easy Mo B.
Yes, that's right. Shout out to
dropping tomorrow.
Shout out to AB.
Support that. It's gonna be crazy. He got a feature on it too with him. Ooh,
yo, that was crazy. If I could only show you what just happened. So my ring light, right, fell where my soda was, but it fell through the hole in the ring light, so it didn't knock the soda over. So look, yo,
no,
dude, it was unbelievable. Look at this thing, bang, bang, like through the hole. Yo, it's crazy.
Hey, and I taught, and in addition to that magic trick, we're gonna be doing some magic with AB, man. I told him, I said, AB, we gotta be running something up real soon. So
are you talking like real magic? Like you want me to pull out the cards for the people? Because I'll pull out the cards for the people.
You could definitely do that.
I'm definitely no. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, Quo. I volunteered our services. Speaking of previous guests, let's see if I have the flyer. Do I have it?
I volunteered our services every day for the next 3 weeks. And,
well, you do it all the time, and I just figured I just tell you.
Figured he just returned a favor.
No,
Fly. I'll be like this. The you know, at midnight, I'm like, hey, tomorrow we got
tomorrow we'll do it. And you know, I never want to do anything, so I'm like, man, like you know. So, anyways, we had Jane from Mayor up on the show before, right? And our man is running for mayor, and so he does card tricks, and I do a little bit of card tricks or whatever. But what I forgot to tell you is, remember back in the day we were talking about doing the campaign for him, like making a song for him. So I volunteered our services that we would in fact make a song for him. So we're gonna make his campaign song. He's gonna win, man. He's gonna win. He just needs us. Just needs a little more push.
Maryland, right?
Yeah, he's running for mayor in Maryland. I mean, not mayor of Maryland. Mayor in. I think he's in Montgomery.
When I get on, I don't know why.
It does, man. It does. We should get Fly in that joint too. It should be ProQuo featuring Fly.
Oh, that would be dope. Yeah, I like that.
That's gonna be epic.
It should be. It should be Ramilya too. It should be. She could
be on the hook, yo.
No, sometimes if you're running for mayor in America, what you need is a Russian singer. I mean, it's only right.
I mean, it only makes sense.
Sure. And to represent some diversity.
There's no more hot dog and apple pie. There's no more hot dog and apple pie than running for mayor and you being on a track, Ramilya. We got Russians. We got Massachusettsians. I guess we are. We got I was gonna say Bostonians, but you know, it's like neither of us actually live in Boston. We live next to Boston, you know, so one city away. Now you a New Hampshireite. I don't even know what they call people from New Hampshire.
That don't sound right like that, but hey, man.
What are you doing living in New Hampshire? You gotta get out of New Hampshire, man. That's just, you gotta get back to Massachusetts, man.
I like the quiet serenity. Pinkerton Academy is.
You obviously haven't been to enough towns in Massachusetts because there are plenty of quiet towns in Massachusetts, man.
You're in New Hampshire?
He's in New Hampshire. He lives in Derry, New Hampshire.
Oh, Fly! Look at that face of disgust.
When is
Fly. You know his wife looks a lot more like you, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She lives in New Hampshire too. That's what I'm saying.
God.
That's not right. You can't be doing that to
She
your
was the
woman.
only
She
black
like-
girl
she
in
look-
the school.
She looking like
It's
a
like
flying buttermilk.
Fee and Rabia. It's the same thing, man. It's like you got to take it at your own risk. All you on New Hampshire people taking your
I
women,
got sucked. Look at, I got sucked in
taking
New
your
Hampshire.
Ebony Queens up to
in
New Hampshire,
junior-
man.
I mean, in not junior high school. I
Not
got
enough
sucked
me
in New
being in New
Hampshire
Hampshire.
junior year, and I hated it. I hated it.
Bro.
But now I love it, man. I can leave my car unlocked. My front door wide open.
I mean, that helps. That helps a lot. But you got your wife up there looking like a fly stuck in buttermilk, B. You can't. You got the.
Yeah.
You got this.
Well,
about that.
I will say this: we got a lot of brothers and sisters that are here now, man. It's a lot different.
She's not moving to New Hampshire.
She's not going. She's not going. She looks
in Texas
like,
right now. Actually,
Shannon's always preaching to me. She's like, I can't wait. We got to go back to the city. I wanted to. I'm like, babe, no.
dude, you really shouldn't do it. You really got to move out.
Listen, get me out of.
You know,
when I'm out of the post office, when I'm
you
working
gotta move
full
out.
time.
Oh, that's right.
Craft,
That's why you're there. Yeah.
then I'm I work I could walk to work in 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I like
Yeah.
that.
The
You can't
moment
walk
that
to
I'm
Guitar
not
Center in
there-
5 minutes, though.
You
I
can't
remember
walk who?
you can't walk to Guitar Center. I remember asking you about the if you picked up the iRig. You're like, nah, man. I gotta wait till I go see Fee. I'm like, Fee's like the other side of New Hampshire, man.
Did I
No,
did
no.
I tell you the story about that though? I got to go to Manchester.
See that? See
So-
when you said I got to go? Like it was
I
a
got to
special
go.
trip. That's
It
how
was,
far away he
because
lives from
I'm looking
civilization.
up the address for Nashua because it's a 45-minute drive, and I'm
See what I'm
like,
saying?
what? Wait, there's one in Manchester which is 15 minutes away, bro. Save my day. Made my day.
I think I knew that, but I don't want to tell you. But what about the Rockingham Mall? Like, isn't that closer to you than most stuff?
It's about a half.
cannot keep these
20,
things on
20 minutes or so. Yeah, Manchester's a little closer, 5 minutes closer.
So
You
Pro,
wouldn't know any of this stuff,
yeah.
Ramilya. We're just talking about all the demographics of New England. Have you ever been to New England? Have you ever been to Massachusetts?
No.
No. You should go. You should go.
Well, I
John
go
H.
over here-
But they have Wi-Fi in New Hampshire. Exactly, John H.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking.
Okay.
Yo, John H. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I know I'm probably in the Matrix all this time. It's the storm and the rain. The rain is doing it.
Ramilya, you probably don't have to worry about these issues as much in Russia. I mean, I don't know much about where you live. Is it ethnically diverse? Are there different races around, like in any kind of popular numbers,
Actually,
or no?
that's a lot. I mean, everywhere, even But I mean, really friendly. I mean, no
Yeah.
problems.
That's
but
what I meant.
right
You probably don't have to worry about the
now-
problems.
Right now, I mean, in our republic, that's totally fine. I mean, and the religion is fine and the race
Yep.
is fine. But in
Yep.
some other kind of states of Russia, there is
Not so
some,
much.
problems. Yeah, because mostly the government wants us to be just Russians,
Yes, yes.
without
They want
any
you to be no background. Yeah. Is your family from Russia originally? Are you ethnically Russian too?
Yeah, they're from they're Tatar as me.
Yeah. So I mean, you got it a little easier. That's what they want, right? They want everybody.
Yeah,
Fly I did
yeah.
not. By the way, Fly always
I
accuses
know
me
you
of kicking
didn't.
him off. I did not kick Fly off the
Didn't do
show.
it this time. It's something is up with the Wi-Fi. Hey, yo, that's the funniest question ever, right there. You see how you said that? They have Wi-Fi in New Hampshire,
Yeah.
do they?
No, you got to get out of New Hampshire, bro. That's just me. That's just
Man,
that's just me.
everybody.
And all you people in New Hampshire, I love y'all. Hey, it's more power to you if you like being.
I'm
up in
not.
New
I'm well. The only saving grace is I was not bred here.
Right.
Because you would not have Jay Cruz if I was bred here. I know
That's
that.
absolutely true. That's
Right.
absolutely true. But and your kids the same thing. It's like they'll be like, oh, my parents aren't really from this place, so it'll you'll know.
Exactly.
It's where your
they
parents are
travel,
from.
They get to go. Yeah, but at the end of the day, like I said, Pinkerton Academy is one of the top schools in America. I want to say
Is that where your kids go?
that's where they will be going for high school
Wow.
if I stay in New Hampshire.
If you stay like a ridiculously amount of years. Yeah.
Yeah, which that might not.
Hey
be
man, I'm
happening.
gonna remind you what every major rapper has ever told me over my career that Fee and I shared with you when we say, hey, any advice on what we should do after they tell us how wonderful we are? Move to New York. You know what I'm saying? And we were living in Boston at the time when we were first told this. We were living in Lowell. We were living in Mass Mills, Lowell, Massachusetts. And we were like, any advice? They were like, yeah. And like Lowell's a big step up from Derry, New Hampshire. You know what I'm saying? But it's like in certain capacities, right? Some people would say that it's not a step up because, like you said, if you look for peace and quiet, most of Lowell's probably not as peace and quiet as Derry, New Hampshire. You know what I mean? The schools are probably not.
That is a challenge. You know,
Yeah.
when you go from the city to the quiet. I mean, I was on a main street growing up, so I always had traffic, and just the removal of traffic noise was a, you know, difficult. But again, it's just like anything. I think too, I have family in Canada. I spent some summers, you know, growing up in Canada, which is like super country, in Nova Scotia.
Yep.
Not even, you know, so I did like, I think that's probably what kept me here, you know, having that.
I don't know anything about that. Nova Scotia family?
Yeah, Nova Scotia, like I'm talking about miles between,
you
know, neighbors.
Yeah. See, it's like my dad's side, they're French Canadian, but I didn't know anybody on his side of the family that lived outside of Lowell.
Keep dropping off like flies on the app, man.
Yeah.
Ramilya gone.
Yeah, I mean, people are kicking them off. They're like, "Yo, get these people out. They're violating some kind of Facebook rule or something. I don't know what's going on." But well, if Ramilya can't come back and Fly can't come back, we want to say thank you to briefly having Fly. Very special thanks to Ramilya coming through and sharing some of her music. It was great to get a chance to do a little remix with her as well. She's making a run at the American market, so that's cool. We're gonna make a run at the Russian market, right? ProQuo. She didn't invite us, but she kind of invited us, right? So
yeah, definitely. She's like, "You want to do a feature with ProQuo?"
Yeah, you know, we got an exchange program, right? Basically, right? No, it's good. It's good to see people coming over here, and this is where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? DC, Boston, New York, LA, Chicago, you know, Nashville, for people if that floats your boat.
What's been crazy is the amount of people from LA that we've been able to communicate with. I've always that was the one thing that on this project I wanted that I didn't get, was some LA connections. Oh, there she is.
Ramilya's back.
I'm back.
You get back before Fly. I don't know what happened with Fly.
I don't know.
Something happened. I don't know what's wrong.
So we were,
you know, the LA side of, the LA side of things, man. It's been cool. We had that conversation with the Angel today. Beautiful person. We plan on doing some work with her. And you know, I'm excited to have our next project with some LA Hollywood production and, you know, people involved with the movement. Exciting. Yeah. And then Russia, we were saying we want to go to Russia.
Yeah, we got to make it happen.
Sure, yes.
Next time you're back, you give us a call.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got to work out this. Speaking of which, I'm sorry. No, go on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, we're going to have a concert there, right? Like,
What's the hot spot to play over there? Like, where's the place you want to perform at?
I mean, different places. We have a lot of like big concert halls on stadium. We have stadium for 40,000 people.
Those open air kind of stadiums.
Wow. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's wonderful. I really wanted to perform there.
Yep.
Yeah, that was my dream, but I didn't in this stage. So when I will be back, I hope I will.
Make the run at it. What is let me ask you this. What exactly are the cold months over there? So
cold
months? Yeah, what are the cold months of the year over there? Because I know there's a lot of them.
We ain't going at that.
We should put it this way, Quo. We should put it this way. What is the warm month? Right?
Exactly.
Okay,
singular month.
Summertime. So
yeah,
it's from spring. It's pretty warm, like from April to October. November we can have snow, like a lot, and it can be cold, like really cold.
Yeah.
So don't go from November.
I think of like northern
March.
Maine.
Don't go because you're gonna have like a lot of snow. You're gonna swim in the snow. You know.
She said from November to March.
Yeah. Hey, Boston is not far off. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So June. We'll set something up for June.
Yeah, June. I mean, it's summer. I mean, it's hot in the summer, right? Yeah. It's the same as here in Washington. So.
Cool. Awesome. Cool. Well, that's good to know because you know.
Kind of mimic. I mean, it sounds like it almost mimics New England. We pretty much. I mean, they probably get more snow,
except more extreme, and then more extreme.
Yeah, much more. Yeah.
But Washington gets some snow too, no? I mean,
once in a while. Yeah, once in a while. This year we had a few. I mean, you know, I've only lived here 4 years, and we've gotten, I don't know, the whole time I was here, maybe I feel like maybe a foot of snow total over 4 years. Boston gets that in a day. You know what I mean? We had 2 times where we were able to make a snowman here in the 4 years I've been here. The year before this year, there was virtually no snow. It like flurried twice. This year it flurried. Like every time they had snow, we get a flurry. And Jay would be like under a foot of snow, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, we got an inch yesterday, but it melted." You know, because it's so warm.
When I was in the 7 cities, I want to say I was there for 3 years between Chesapeake, Norfolk, and it snowed one time that I remember where it stuck.
Yeah,
in that 3 years.
But you don't love snow, then, yeah? No, I mean that's a wonderful. That's
it looks
magic.
Nice.
You know when it's.
Move to Boston and
you
change your mind.
I work for the post office, Ramilya. I don't like snow.
He delivers mail in the snow. It's not a good look.
If I worked at home, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm driving, and it's it's okay because I don't mind it, but it's like that. It is a little bit of it adds a little bit more stress to your work day when you have to spend an extra 3 hours out there or get stuck. You know.
Yeah.
But that's
we have some destinations.
I just don't like
right
being
now.
cold. I like the sun.
We have a few destinations where the stuff is still not posting, so the Wi-Fi is messing up in a lot of places. It's not just.
We had an issue with this last week. Remember, it was kind of cutting.
Yeah, Facebook is like dropping off the stream in certain streams. It's weird. I'm looking at the report.
I'm gonna redo the intro without a beat that's on the album that's not on any platform.
Yeah,
I want to say that it's flagging every time we play the intro. It's messing things up.
I'm getting this comment. I can almost share it to screen. I'm getting chat platform support. So it says YouTube fine, Periscope fine, Twitch fine, Facebook pages fine, Facebook groups nope, Facebook profiles nope, LinkedIn nope, and that's for posting comments. So we're not getting comments through at 4 of the places. It is hey, go to YouTube.
Matt Colburn, but Matt Colburn is on LinkedIn.
He's going through YouTube. Go tinyurl.com/the ProQuo Show. I'm guessing that's where he's LinkedIn. So, but right now I'm saying the LinkedIn thing says.
Oh, it just said ceased it.
Yeah. So he posted that then at 9:44 through there.
We'll work it all out, people.
Let us know where you commented from or not, because some of you aren't getting this. So, more of you will see it tomorrow morning on the replay, which is all good. Ramilya, we were talking a lot about the music business. Not you and I, but Quo and I. We were talking a lot about the music industry, and I'm not sure if you're aware how our music industry typically works. I don't know if it works differently over there dramatically, but we always talk about. Actually, you and I were recently talking a little bit about this the other day. We were talking about streaming and how disappointing stream revenue is compared to like doing a show. So Quo and I were having that same discussion earlier today. So for you, as an artist, what would be like an end goal? What would be like something you'd want to achieve in this market? Would it be like a viable income? Would it be an extra income? Would it be maybe is there something else other than music, or is music the end goal itself? Like a lot of people do music and they're like, hey, I want to be in movies. I want to do, what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. But is music the dream for you then? And how would you see best to make revenue from that here in this market?
So music is a dream actually for me.
Yep.
That's very hard question. So what one of my goal is and dream. Yeah, mostly it's a dream. I really love Lady Gaga and mostly her latest songs. And my dream is to make a feat with her.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, I won't stop my music while I won't have a feat with her.
Right. And that's cool.
Yeah, so I told that in life, so that's it. I can't stop now. I should
keep talking about it. Definitely.
Yes,
keep putting it into the atmosphere.
Keep talking about that, motivate
Make
myself. Yes. So I really want to feat with her.
Hold on, but my wife, she sang in Eurovision over in Europe for Eurovision, which was like a big deal. She toured over there. She did I think she was doing like Macedonia and singing in Greek and all that kind of stuff. And Cyprus. She was singing for Cyprus. And so she kind of has I don't want to say the been there, done that attitude, but she's definitely cool with performing live. Like now and then she'll perform at an event if someone asks her, but she doesn't really want to be like a touring musician because she's kind of done that and seen that. What for you would touring be great, or would you see yourself as more of a studio musician, or both?
Touring, that will be good, but only sometimes. I don't want to be in a tour always,
Yeah.
I want to have home, a place where I can stay and create,
Yeah.
like down in the studio. And I think right now it's more people will hear your music by internet, right? By working in a studio and posting it in different platforms. So and in tour you will just get this energy, by the audience, by the people. Like you will see them that they love what you do, and you will just get that inspiration and can go back home and create something new.
Yeah.
I like that. That's my philosophy too. I feel like 1 to 3 years, like once every 3 years, when a project's happening, just do a massive tour. Like I would, obviously for us right now, I think that I want to in the works.
What up,
hey, what's up, Chris? C. Steves, what's up, brother? Daily manifestation, absolutely. Organizing our first tour, that's a massive tour where it's like just going around and touring for a year, but then having a nice long break where you can be home, making your music, doing all that stuff. But I want to make that experience because I know that it's not about the tour, it's more about what we're going to be able to provide to the people, know.
That's right.
But yeah, that's cool. I like that. I really
but
like
actually I also love like being so busy. And also I love shooting part, when the cameras, and it doesn't matter, it's like TV shooting or photo shooting. I just love that.
Yeah.
That feeling.
Absolutely.
I mean, that gives me energy. Like, I want to do that more and more. And the performing. I mean, when you see the audience, right? That's the best feeling ever. Seriously, when I started performing, I can't stop. I mean, when I don't have a performance, I start feel bad. Actually, that's a bad thing, but I do feel bad when I don't have them.
When did when did you learn English? How old were you when you started learning English?
So I start really learning at 18. When I was 18, before coming to US, actually.
Wow.
I
you
really
speak amazingly good.
Thank you so much. I really wanted to come to United States. And I'm like, Ramilya, learn. And in 7 months, like I learned something, came here. I thought that I already understood. I came, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
But it is different. As soon as you immerse yourself in the culture. I went to South America to Uruguay and Brazil when I was 13 or something like that. And I had a good foundation for Spanish, but when you immerse yourself and you're in there every day for months, it's incredible what you pick up. And how the communication barrier breaks.
Yeah. It was the same for me.
Very good.
Yeah. So you just speak Spanish too, right? Cool.
Now?
No.
I probably speak better Spanish than him now.
Yeah, you do. My Spanish is I think it's a lazy thing for me,
Do you speak Spanish, Ramilya?
No. I think it's all about practice because about my mother language is Tatar language, so not Russian. My mother, and I always tell my friends and my family, talk to me Tatar because I will forget it.
How different is it?
It's
is it
really different.
Very different?
It's very different. I mean, totally different from Russian. It's mostly close to Turkish.
Yeah, right.
Turkish, yes.
My great grandmother was from Portugal and came here when she was in her 20s. And by the time that I was old enough to have adult conversation with her, it's probably like 15, 16. I found out she forgot how to speak Portuguese completely.
That can happen. Wow. I don't want this.
My grandfather was similar in Greek.
Yeah, you lose what you don't use, you lose. That's what the
I mean, he becomes very hacked. You know what I'm saying? And my dad's side, they're all. He grew up in a whole household of people speaking French. And he was the youngest one, so you know, he's a little bit more Americanized than the rest of them. But like my Meme and Pepe, I mean, they were like straight up French, you know, just like blah blah blah. And they didn't really want the kids, grandkids especially, they didn't even want us taking the language. They're like, nah, there's too many languages floating around this family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Too many languages in just in the city we lived in the within the family, the different sides. And they were like, nah, let's just be American kind of thing. You know what I mean? So, which is always a disappointment later when you realize that you could have learned better French, Greek, Spanish, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
And it tells you how the world changed too, because you know we talk about. I know it was my great grandparents.
Yeah, right.
So you know the culture shock from when they came here to America. You know,
I don't have any family. You know, if we say Americans here, but it's like I don't have any family that's back beyond my grandparents' parents that were from this country. You know, like it's not so often we think of. Even a lot of times in our schools here, you know, people will talk about, you know, the forefathers or whatever, like they're our forefathers or something. You know, it's like I'm not related to any of the forefathers in this country. You know what I mean? So I don't have like some like, you know, thinking about the Pilgrims was like, I mean, the Pilgrims were as much you, Ramilya, as they were me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know any, you know, same for Jay. So it's like a lot of us, that's our story. You know, we're all descendant of immigrants here. You know, my family on all three sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 3 major sides to me, and none of them from here really, outside of a couple of years, you know.
Actually, I think for music that's the same. Like, if you not keep practicing the voice, like you're losing your technique. So.
Yo puedo hablar en español, pero necesito más practicar porque no tengo mucha familia aquí en hablar en español. I'm pretty legit, but
I understood all that.
But what I said was I really actually need a lot more practice because I don't really have anybody to really be speaking with, and you know, and you do forget it, you know.
But you can talk to yourself.
Well, when I went to
I did, you know, when I learned.
Yeah. I mean, I went to
look in the mirror and start having a conversation.
Yeah, I went to Puerto Rico and for a while for some shows, and then Dominican Republic and. Went there for our honeymoon and went to Curacao, where Spanish is a big spoken language as well as the Dutch languages and stuff. But when I went over there, like, even just for those short amount of times being forced to use it every day, it's like, bang, it's like right back. You know what I'm saying? But right now it's like, I have to think. Like if I look at something near me, I'm like, table, mesa. You know, like I have to think about it, you know. This is a desk.
When I knew I lost
Escritorio? Like, you know what I mean? I have to think about it and it pops in my head.
I went to usually annually we go to Foxwoods, and there was a gentleman that couldn't speak English, and I was trying to communicate with him, and I couldn't figure out how to say ice in Spanish. And I'm like,
ice, baby.
Right? And then of course
cold water.
I was like, it was like 3 hours went by, and that's all I could think. I'm like,
you couldn't remember.
I used to use my phone. I'm like, I'm
about to practice. No, I'm not looking this up, man. These are my people. I should know this.
You know what I mean? So it was like, but you know, it's just one of those things. If you're, you know, you don't talk it every day, and you don't have friends that you're talking with,
dude, I will go around a circle. Like if there's a word I forget that's embarrassing like that, I would literally say. The word for when ice is cold. I mean, the word for when water is cold is, you know what I mean? And they're like, oh, yeah, I know what you mean. You know what I'm saying? But I do all that stuff all the time. Like I say, I'll forget the word for desk, right? And I'll be like, the thing you put paper on, you know? You know? Yeah. Be like,
hey, man, we closing in on a good time right now. I think we might be ending our show.
We're about to wrap up.
Incredible note.
We try to keep our show now to an hour and a half, folks. We sorry for some of the folks who weren't able to call in for some of our lines, but very appreciative to Christian Sutton for hitting us up, man. I actually, like 3 days ago, I was just thinking about you and trying to hit you up. I got some stuff we got to talk about, Mr. C. Steve, so I'll be hitting you up soon. And Mr. Analyze This, we'll definitely be reaching out. Glad you could come through. You came through for the YouTube look, which is a good way to reach us. That never fails. But it's the one we send the people to the least. Because like we were saying, there's so many YouTubes out there.
I was making sure I use that tinyurl.com/the ProQuo Show. You'll find us every time, boys and girls.
Yeah, that's it. we were going to talk more on the music industry. We'll do that maybe next time. We definitely want to delve into some of the inner workings of the music industry that people may not be aware of, especially how it approaches, hits up some of our younger folks who are just getting into it and may not know. There's a lot of stuff that can stop you from reaching your full potential, whether it's revenue-wise or just even in terms of marketing-wise, that are worth knowing.
And you know what, Pro? With the if the people can't wait till next week and they just get so
bent out of shape,
can't sleep at night, all you got to do is go onto that Clubhouse app and piggyback with us.
That's it. You find Pro, you find Quote, and you find Ramilya. What are you on there as? Ramilya Up, or is it Ramilya?
Yeah, Ramilya Up. It's
Ramilya
always
Up.
everywhere. Ramilya
Always.
Up.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Just up.
Let's show people your page before we go. Let's find you here. I'm going to find you on, where should we find you? Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, Instagram. That's better,
All
I
right.
guess.
Well, first I'm sharing to Facebook, so we're gonna get out of that and get into Instagram. We're gonna find you. Oh, this is our ProQuo page. So let me get off that because I don't know if you're on there. I know you're on mine. Let's see. Bang. And Ramilya Up. So this is Ramilya's page.
Yeah.
She's got it looking like a pro. She's got it looking like a pro.
Very, very good.
She knows what she's doing, right?
I got to take some lessons. Yeah, I got to take some lessons.
That looks like an artist page that you're supposed to see, right? Not just like, you
looks like,
wake up and you throw some stuff and see if it sticks kind of stuff. That's what we do a lot of. Very cool. So that's Ramilya Up. It's spelled Ramilya, Ramilya Up. And check her out. And you might check her out on Clubhouse as well.
Yeah.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for tuning in with us for an epic Friday night, July 30th.
I think Fly had just checked in, but he bounced out.
Oh, Fly.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
We got to do the 10:30 thing.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Ramilya.
Thank you, Ramilya. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Fly. I want to thank.
I know, Fly, man. We ending the show early.
Oh, that's not even Fly.
That's LD.
That's LD. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute.
Out of the shadows.
Wait, we can't end. LD is
I know, man. We got to go at least 5 more minutes.
Yo, I didn't even check who was in the queue. I just hit it. I'm like, it's got to be Fly. Boom. It's not Fly. That was crazy.
This is the first.
LD. What do you say?
I spent a whole week learning how to turn my camera on, bro.
Man, you did it. You did it, man. You're official. Yeah, Ramilya, you missed it. He was on here one week. And he thought his camera was on the whole time, and he was in the dark. We're making every joke about being in the dark, and he was just like not knowing what's going on. He's like, yeah. And then after the show, he's like, yo, I was really in the dark. We were like calling you Charlie's Angels, bro. We're like, you never see Charlie. He's always in the dark. He's like some voice off to the side. He was like, I don't know why people call me Charlie. Yo.
And he's like, am I look good? Right?
Yeah, we're like, yo, perfect, man, perfect.
Yeah, so Ramilya LD is our label partner. We work through him and with him. He's one of our brothers. And Fly, the guy that was on previously, they're also
all these label mates all over the place.
Label mates.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, look at you in the stew.
Oh.
He's in the stew. He's in the stew.
I'm in here. I call this Me Time Studio. I also call it Mississippi State Hospital. Because this is where we get crazy.
Yes. Yes.
I like that.
Yo, show us the wide view behind you.
I got to check in soon, man.
Let's see that wide view again. Give us that wide view behind you.
Yeah, with
that couch is looking extravagant back there. That's for the listening sessions after you record. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
People writing their rhymes over there last minute.
Right.
Yeah. All the people who should have been prepared but weren't.
That's right.
I know how we all get down.
We gonna be there soon, bro. We gonna be there soon.
We gotta make that happen.
I can't wait for y'all to be here, bro. Can't wait. I know it's coming soon too, because I was in the Bridge in the Gap room this morning, and I know it's coming.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yeah. You're in a lot of rooms, man. I gotta give you credit, man. You definitely know how to use that app, man. You might not know how to turn on the camera light, but you know how to use that that Clubhouse, man. But you're looking crispy right now, though. You really got that light pop. And he's like, I got my little ring light or something going on there. He's got it working.
Yeah, man. I'm just glad to be a part of it, bro. I love y'all, man.
Nah, man, we love you, man. You're the man. I mean, I tell Cruz all the time, you know, as you hear me say it all the time, Cruz, he's got that heart that don't stop. And like, even when he was originally talking about you, he was like, yo, he goes, no matter what, we gotta ride with LD. Like, I'm telling you, he this is like on the second day that we started doing stuff. He's like, yo, trust me, bro. He's like, LD, Freedom Corner. He goes, I don't care. He's like, I told them dudes, no matter what this gets like, I'm signing with them. And I'm like, what? He's like, yo, he's like, dude, we're signing with Freedom Corner. I'm telling you. And I'm like, I don't even know who they are. He goes, just trust me on everything I'm telling you, man. LD is that dude. I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, man, what does he know? And I'm like, I call him up. I'm like, yo, LD's that dude, bro. Yeah. Like, good call on that, man.
I'm not always right, but when I'm right, I'm right.
Yeah, that's right. He called me. Cruz called me like the second day we talked on the phone ever, and he was like, hey, I got this idea. What do you think about us signing to you? And I'm like,
who says that? Who says that? I've never said anything like that in my whole life.
Yeah. I've never been posed a question like that, but guess what? Sure, let's do it.
Right. Bang.
Absolutely.
That was a classic conversation. That was the day. That was the day.
After you wrote Freedom Corner.
No, the day of, bro. Right? I want to say it was the day.
Yeah, it's like the same day you said it to me. I feel like
I wrote the joint.
I thought you told him this before that.
We put all these things together. I just wrote this joint. I didn't even record it. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna record this today. And then I had that conversation and I'm like, yo, I want to sign with you.
He sent me that track. When he sent me that track, I was like, oh my God. I was like, who made this? He's like, yo, this dude is with Freedom Corner. You got to meet this guy. You didn't even know much about him at that time. You were just like, yo, you know more now. You know what I'm saying? And you were just like,
I followed him a little bit, and it was just 2 conversations all it took, man.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, let's hear what else he does. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, we got to talk to this guy. And Ramilya, I know you don't know half of what we're talking about, but it's just a couple joints in the album. If you listen to it, Freedom Corner. Yeah, sure. We did another track called Bye Bye, which is the last song, but we also did another version of it too. He made both versions of those. And then there's a song on there called Apologize. And they are like the standout instrumentation of the album. You know what I'm saying? And the other tracks are all dope, but they're like typically hip hop kind of joints. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of samples and some of them, not all of them. There's not really that many samples, but you know, sort of the classic kind of hip hop stuff. But this is like classic hip hop with like a, it sounds like Prince came in the studio for a little while, got busy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you kidding me?
Got that kind of vibe.
Legendary Jay Brown.
I listened to your songs, like new album, and I really loved it actually. Yeah, I'm not fan of a rap, actually Russian rap, but American, I love more. I don't know why that happened, but yeah, American, it's like, you know, gives you some rhythm energy. That's cool. Yeah,
I don't know any Russian rappers, so I mean, I feel comfortable saying that I like us better than Russian rap too. But I really have no basis of which I'm judging that. But,
exactly.
I don't know who they are. But you know what? I would love to meet some Russian rappers too. So we'll have to make that happen too. But
when
LD's
you come
down
to
in
Kazan, right?
That's right. And maybe LD will come too. He's down in Jackson, Mississippi, the home of the historic Freedom Corner, the actual Freedom Corner, but which is what we talk about on that record. And yeah, man.
The whole objective is to have the whole team roll out like Transformers.
And just so y'all know, my man he's a lot like me. You know, we've known each other for close to 30 years, and he don't like
behind the scenes guys, right?
Yeah, I gotta expose him. That's J Cal right there.
What up, man?
Yo, J Cal, my brother.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all only roll with J's, man. It's like yo, we're gonna work with J Cruz and we're gonna work with J aka Brown, Legendary. And we're gonna yeah, man. It's like J's all out. I
gotta check the you know.
I call him Bye Bye Remix J. Is that Bye Bye Remix? I gotta keep them all straight. You know what I mean? You got Bye Bye Original J, Bye Bye Remix J. Got Jay's version on Bye Bye, man. It's a
well lot. Now at least we kind of helped out by putting Quo into existence again.
That's right. That's right.
But you know,
yeah, man. We might have to play that. But you know what? We might have to play the Bye Bye remix right now. as a good way to send off, man. Yeah, let's
put it on.
I gotta work with my behind the scenes craziness over here to get this popping. But
my wife out with my cousins. She loves them. I was like, please go play with the girls. They're out at this little club playing pool, playing Keno. She's like, I won $65.
Keno.
Good job, baby.
Don't get me started.
Time to come home.
Yeah, exactly. You better come back with $65.
Yes. Yes.
No,
why am I playing it from here?
I only have 10 now. It's okay.
Well, it's going to sound the same from here because it's the same file. All right. So we're going to run Bye Bye Remix. Let me make sure I threw the audio on because, we in the post hours here. Let's see. Jay, you want to introduce this one? Give it the full, or maybe LD should introduce it. Maybe
actually, LD introduce that. Yeah, introduce that.
Yeah,
we're going to play the Bye Bye Remix.
This is Bye Bye, more alive version.
Mm-hmm. And who made it?
ProQuo, produced by Legendary Beats.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who engineered this joint?
Studio, Freedom Corner brand. Let's get it.
Here we go.
What's good, y'all? You checking out ProQuo. Hey, yo, it's crazy times in this world. That's why we're doing this instant brotherhood. It's all about the love and the respect, but we know you've had someone in your life who's been less than supportive about your grind and your movement. So say bye to them, let them buy from you, and this is what you say to them for that love they show in reverse.
Bye-bye, yeah. Bye-bye, yeah. Bye-bye, bye-bye,
it's all good.
bye-bye,
It's all love.
bye-bye,
It's all good.
bye-bye,
It's all love.
bye-bye. Yo, here's a flair of a gentleman, a ladies' man, cause I was raised by 10 of them. It's all love, being blind is the synonym. Dabs, hugs, yak with some cinnamon. A few thugs changed up cause the diapers made a middleman. We don't hold the grudge, but the mud made us militant. Teamed up for a decade. Minimum wage, mind state like a sensei. Cause when the rent's paid and time's made, think about the Bentley. Escalate to an elevator in a skyscraper. Chose family over paper, last thing I do is violate you. Took it out my old nature. Repeat words and lift you up after they penetrate you. I'ma switch it up. Lifestyle all different in the kitchen on the cut. That pick you up and narrate you. We gon' live it up. Bye bye hater. Bye bye hater.
It's all love.
Bye bye hater.
It's all good.
Bye bye hater.
It's all love.
Bye bye hater.
It's all good.
Bye bye hater.
It's all love.
Bye bye hater.
It's all good.
Bye bye hater.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye bye hater.
Listen. Serene scenery, lush grounds and greenery surrounding me now. Be the artist I always dreamed to be. As a young MC, everything came easily. Been eating off this vinyl, delicious, press it repeatedly. Heavy machinery, turning tables extremely in opposite directions till they will see me exceedingly. In lavish eateries, mall shopping with me and me. People be taking selfies of me with their fam. Eagerly say cheese, we caking from factories. Rose meagerly, blue collar, acknowledge my growth as a scholar. Leaving these mills and willing these skills, finally fulfilling these dreams I always had since a lad. Just watching Disney, that wasn't destiny. Putting that sweat equity, showered off Gladys Malcolm's 1,000 hours the remedy. I read everything, now my name in parentheses cited as one of the writers who done it right with integrity, baby.
Bye bye hater.
It's all love.
Bye bye hater.
It's all good.
It's all
Bye
good.
bye hater.
It's all love.
Bye bye hater.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
Bye bye hater.
It's all love.
Bye bye hater.
It's all good.
I know there's a delay, but I've still got to go
It's all
along with it.
love.
Bye bye
Yeah.
hater. Bye bye hater.
Yeah, serene scenery, rush grounds and greenery. You gotta hear these keys right here. You gotta listen to the whole album to get down to this. This is for the real listeners right here. That's why we put this last so we can gig out on it. Bring it back. We ain't done. Woo. Let's get into Santana on. Carlos Santana. Guitarra. Toca la guitarra. Cuando se tenga de micrófono, pues en mi mano, pues no problema.
That last note.
Love that last note, right? Love that last note.
Yo, yeah. Well, I gotta say, shout out Alex Maldonado Tree. We are not seeing comments in our comment section on the computer. I'm only seeing them now on my phone, so I apologize for that. We are going to fix this problem by bypassing Facebook and putting y'all to YouTube, because obviously
Yes,
Facebook don't like us, and
that
it's
might be
probably
where we
just
have to
saying
go.
Clubhouse.
Yeah.
It's all good. Let them hate.
That
Bye
was
bye, hater.
great track. Who played the end in the guitar? Who played that? Like, or
So
it's
that's
electric?
LD's partner, Jay Brown.
Oh, that's
yeah.
that was.
You're not gonna see him on
So,
camera.
we
You're
might be
gonna see-
getting you on. We might be getting you on a legendary production, like something like that.
There's- You ain't seeing Legendary on the camera quite yet. You know what I'm saying? That we got to build up to that.
Guess where I saw him though? Clubhouse.
Where? Oh yeah, I did too.
Right on.
Yeah, I
LD,
talked to him
good
on
man.
the back channel there.
Good man. Yeah, I pinged him in. I was like, yo, he's on. So
whenever we get airtime with LD, like on like Facebook or something like that, if we like, we on Messenger or what, we're like, yo, did you see that was Legendary? He is legendary because you never get to see him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it's like you got a VIP talk to that dude. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, man.
No,
like, me, I did some rhymes with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, but hey, listen. I got an interview tomorrow. I want to be getting my beauty rest on. It's 10:45. We only kept that 15 minutes extra because my brother's in the building, so we had to do that for you.
That's right, man.
But thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. And I can't wait to build with you, Ramilya. It's gonna be crazy. And good luck on your endeavors. Keep me posted. I'll be following you on IG. And yeah, any last
Post that
words,
remix. Post that remix. Everything was real dope. What Quo said. Quo, good luck on the interview. I got a bunch of things coming up too, but I'm too disorganized right now to talk about what they all are. So maybe next week we'll do a little in review and we'll talk about Quo and I. Same thing. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. We're working on all kinds of projects in the shoot. I'm going down the checklist, yo. You remember last night I said I was gonna stay up to 5:30 again and do all that stuff? That didn't happen. That didn't actually happen. I made up for some of it in the afternoon though. Had to spend some time with little man because my planning was a little off. Because of course I forgot that mommy's not home, so I had to do mommy daddy duties last night. So he right now is sleeping on my bed in mommy's spot. He's very excited about that. So that's the only thing keeping him sleeping right now. So,
that's awesome.
That's what's important, man.
LD,
Little man, the most important thing.
Absolutely, man.
Right.
He knows he is though. That's the problem. He's taking full advantage of it. He's like,
oh yeah,
Daddy, I love you more than it's impossible to love me as much as I love you. I'm like, you'll understand someday.
Look at my 3-year-old daughter. She already playing the game, bro. She knows. And I'm like, I hate you, but I love you because you're gonna get what you want.
Yeah, man.
It's amazing, man.
In the book right now, he's old enough that I can start to tell him because I made this. When did I make this? 2000. Late 13, because it was like when he was in the shoot. Like he was in the shoot when I was writing this, and the inside. Where did I put it? I think I put it right here. Let me say this. I gotta leave you with this. This is how we go out. We go out with this.
Before you find it, man, we're gonna jump on a call. Me, you, and J. Cal and Cruz, and get a couple things ironed out, man, on the nonprofits.
Yes.
So probably try to do that this weekend.
Yeah, let's do that. Check this out. Raymond Jones. These are my shout outs to everybody. And
that's the book that you wrote? Yeah,
this is a book. It comes with an album.
That's awesome. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Now you do. Check this out. My bride and the entire family, my wife, Nicole Love Jones, is a breathtaking singer who contributed her dynamic talents on this album by singing on 3 songs. I want to thank her for her eternal love, patience, and understanding. Being married to a rapper professor certainly has its challenges. Nicole, thanks for loving the whole combo package of Peter Michael, Professor, Lyrical, Lord Plore. Throughout nearly the entire process of writing this book, you were pregnant with our first child, Henry James Jones Plord. My love for you has grown only stronger since we brought him into this world. Watching the fabulous mother you have already become inspires me to be an even better father. I love our son as we both do in an unconditional and instantaneous way I previously thought was impossible to experience. He was born by this time. He is truly a divine gift. Bringing him home from Brigham and Women's in Boston as the hospital was in lockdown just an hour or so after the bombings on Marathon Monday instantly reminded us both of how precious a gift he and life in general is. He's my eternal motivation to improve as a person. Together, you both inspire everything I do. I love you both. I would also like to thank my parents and my entire family for their love and support and for never pushing me in any one direction while allowing me to follow my dreams. Finally, thank you to the entire Jones family. That's Nicole's family. Though I mentioned my entire family above, I wanted to clarify you were already included in those words as well. And in the end, I also thank my son, as I do in my dissertation, which I was writing at the same time for my doctorate. And one of the words that I wrote in the book, and I was like, basically in the dissertation, I was like, and if I can do this, trust me, you know what I mean? If I can do this, imagine what you're going to be able to do, you know, kind of stuff like that. So, yeah, man, it's definitely motivation. So definitely has kept me on the right path. That's for sure. So
That's wonderful.
Great way to end it, people.
Yeah.
Peace out. We're going to see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Peace.
Thank you, guys.
Ramilya
Bye,
up.
Yeah.
LD will be talking to me. I'll call you tomorrow.
All right, brother.
Word.